we're really looking to see which team can have the strongest game-winning push, and that exact kind of transition is what we're looking for.
Absolutely. So here we are starting. The crowd is going wild back here. This is game 1 of our very first redemption bracket.
I see a reflux. I see missiles on both sides.
I see a pencil.
Yeah, I see a pencil so that we can have the inkjet instead of the cooler try. Okay, I see you.
Interesting, interesting. Yeah, so we're going to have some missiles on the side of Anarchists. Very, very surprising to see the Snipe Rider, but apparently teams have been, experimenting with it more. It does have cooler, and that it has, seen a shift of popularity in the meta lately.
Looks like PomCan has early control right here. The reflux went down, unfortunately, so there's only going to be one missile at the start. There's going to be a lot of momentum. Let's see how long it holds. We have Mudkip here kind of painting zone, waiting for an opportunity to help his teammate. It looks like they're backing up slightly so they can both missile and crab tank. If these specials go over well, we should be able to see...
Taken out by the missiles. That is like missiles can be really, really nice to push those slow-moving crabs. And it looks like Anarchists is doing their best to start trying to push in. They haven't been able to cap both zones at the same time yet. We do have that Tri-Slosher on the side of PomCan up on top. We've got that Inkjet coming out. Inkjet's been really, really strong lately in the meta.
Yeah, Inkjet really strong. It's more, I mean, obviously we're playing on land, but it's more consistent with the indirect hitboxes. It goes higher in the air, so it's hard to punish. But right now we have a hammer completely dislocating everyone on the other team. Gets taken out by this roller. Let's see if they are able to transition this 3v4 situation into some zone control. We see the penalty stop, specials being traded back and forth, and here comes missiles. I don't think there's momentum stopping for either team. And we have a 4v2 situation. PomCan's able to get these picks. Are they able to play objective? They are able to get another pick. It looks like they're going to have complete map control. Let's see how far they push into the enemy base.
PomCan's building up their specials. They are ready to hold this, trying to eat through their penalty points, which will be finished very, very shortly. Anarchists not able to get in quite yet. They're going to have to regroup before they can push in, and PomCan is beginning to accumulate plenty of points.
Yeah, 4v2 for a little bit there. No penalty even left for PomCan, so these are all pure points going onto the board. Anarchists are finally kind of like out of their base. They have two specials, right? Let's see how they work. The missiles should be coming down, and we should see a tri-strike soon. Let's see how far back it dislocates. We have 2 members going down of Anarchists from that push, only able to take 1 member of PomCan out during that, so it looks like they're not going to get map control, but they are going to stop objective. If enough things go right for them here, they should be able to kind of like put the momentum in their favor.
There they go. They're able to get that second zone. So they're able to add 46 penalty points over on the side of PomCan. Anarchists can take just a really, really quick breath, try to reset, try to hold this, but PomCan is not giving up yet.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't want to take too much of a breather because, yes, you did kind of get control of the zone there, get control of the map, but you didn't really push up into the base, so you need to be able to get picks in mid and on even ground. Instead, but with the spawn killing, this is what we were looking for. A 2v3 situation, but there is that reflux. If he's able to get missiles and kind of turn this into a stall-out situation, his teammates can spawn, they can keep momentum. Now, the zone might get taken here, but I want to see who comes out top with map control after this engagement.
It's going back and forth. It does settle in PomCan's control, but we're going to see Anarchists is not giving up. They're really, really trying. They did lose one, but they're starting to get their specials up. The missiles come out. People quickly
Far back.
Yeah, unfortunately, PomCan did a really, really good job backing off of zones. Those missiles didn't cap the zone.
Got control of mid with Tri-Strike, but that Flings is able to get their missiles. Let's see how these specials get timed. So we see the Tri-Strike coming out already, and I don't think any picks happen from it. Or one pick maybe off screen, but if these missiles are able to be utilized as kind of like a follow-up when that teammate spawns, they should be able to at least get back to mid. And as you remember, Anarchist is not in the lead yet, so if this zone does get stopped, all that map control will be for nothing.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of pushes on this zone now because it is very, very close. PomCan's going to have to make a big push right now. Unfortunately, goes down.
Yeah, but the zone is still blue. We only have a few seconds left to get this from a tie game to a lead. 35-32, no penalty now. Everything that happens right now is really important. Vertigo has to make sure that this penalty doesn't get applied or he doesn't die. One of those two things has to happen. Now that the enemy has the penalty, he needs to stay alive. His teammates are showing up, and he's doing that. And I think that the Flames should be able to get missiles now. If Mudkip doesn't get another pick, I imagine momentum going in the other direction.
Here we go, here we go, there we go.
Oh,
again, so 2 picks. Are they going for a third? No, looks like they're going to play it a little bit safe here. That's probably a good idea. Wait for some teammates to come back in. They do have the lead here, and they're doing a fantastic job. We have about 40 seconds left to go, and it could be anybody's game if Anarchist is really able to make a solid showing here, but they've got to be sweating right now.
Yeah, got to be sweating. Keep that composure, though, because you're going to need that. There's only 30 seconds left in the game. Basically, if either team can get full dominance of map control right now, they should be able to pull this off in overtime, or at least just end end the game immediately. But if not, I think that we could see this game just kind of going to PomCan because, you know, we're going to run out of time.
It's very close. We've got shouting in the background from the crowd.
Oh, this is big. Gets the pick. Wiper
Do
down.
it?
If we take out another front line, we do. These missiles are going to have to completely make the game. But the reflux is caught off guard out here, gets taken out by the other missile user. I think this is going to be game.
We do get those celebratory booyahs at the end. A fantastic job from PomCan. Really, really good job from that Flings at the end.
Yeah, I'd say that PomCan kind of was the dominant team for the most of that match, but there was a lot of moments where Annarkists was like, listen, if we just do this right now, we could win this first game. Doesn't happen, but I think that both of these teams kind of, that match was even keel enough for me to think that we could see some wins going back and forth in the set.
Absolutely. Annarkists did not give up. They did a very, very good job. That was a close game. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, that was fun to watch. Not a knockout, you know, goes to time, back and forth. A lot of like really cool picks that we got to see from both teams, and a lot of like nice coordinated specials. I mean, this is the thing about Redemption Bracket, right? All these teams are teams that could have made it to the top cut if things had just gone a little bit different. So they're going to be able to show us those the skillful and high level plays, despite not being in top 8 right now.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. You know, we saw, you know, crabs from both sides. I would be surprised if that particularly changes. Crab has, you know, had its place in the meta, and I do not think that is changing anytime soon, at least not now without any major nerfs to it.
Yeah, no, it's just the weapon. The weapon is just so solid. Well, the special's so solid, and splashes and stuff like vanilla dualies is so solid that even if like they don't particularly have something that offers itself to be abused against what's being used right now in the meta, it's still just strong enough to kind of hold its own without like the need for some particular reason to use it.
Yeah, it does a really good job, especially, you know, Splash we saw on Mudkip. You're able to build up that crab really, really quickly, just because Splash has such great painting power.
Yeah, it's accurate. It has good painting. I mean, we play Splat 3. I'm sure all of you at home have your opinions about Splash by now. I've read the tweets you make.
Yeah, but it's not going anywhere. But we saw the missiles come out. The missiles took out the crab.
Yeah, I was actually surprised to see missiles from both teams. You know, all the missile weapons that we have in this game kind of have like some serious downsides as main weapons, so they're kind of hard to use. They sometimes like might not pull the weight that they need to justify those missiles. But I mean, both of the missile users that we saw in that game, they were both being engaged in combat and getting those missiles. I mean, I don't think it was until like that very last play where the Flingza took out the reflux and that one-on-one that mattered that we actually saw like those weapons really not be able to like stay alive, be relevant long enough to get their missiles. So, yeah. I mean, that's probably why the game didn't end, or a big part of it.
All right, so game 2 is on Mako Mart Tower Control, a pretty familiar map mode for many people, especially veteran Splatoon players from Splatoon 2.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is a very different map. We're probably going to see more close-range aggressive weapons. We see a vanilla roller on one team, and then we see Machine and Bucket and Flings on the other team. So this is probably going to be a bit of a slobber knocker as soon as these teams aren't playing neutral.
Yeah, we do already have Splash down on one side. It is going to be just a bloodbath to start, because that is how Mako Mart works.
I get a pick, and then I get a revenge pick, and then you get a revenge pick, and we're all going to die in mid. Welcome to Mako Mart.
Oh my god, we already have specials coming out. Nobody's gotten on tower yet, but they do. There are 3 people down.
I think there's a roller somewhere. Yeah, no, this might be pretty bad if this roller is able to get this flank off. We see him kind of to the right of our screen, gets taken out. This is actually pretty big right now. We're past the first checkpoint. We're moving up, and if we can get to the second checkpoint and get like some decent points on the board, this could offer a very strong position.
Yeah, getting past that second checkpoint, as you can see there, it's a little tough there just because it's pretty easy for an opponent to actually, counter where you are on that tower. So once they get past it. But we do see Crab coming out. Bob Point's already got their Inkjet ready, and we also have missiles ready as well on the Flingza.
Well, here is the Inkjet. Is he going to be able to survive? He does so far. Fortunately, does get a pick, does get an assist right there, and these missiles come out. So I don't see that much momentum coming out from Yellow Team right now, as they are able to pick up tower, yes, but they're down in numbers. I'm not sure if this bubble is going to be able to get them past the checkpoint, but if they can get it, that's really nice for them.
Oh, yeah, fantastic work. Unfortunately, 3 of them do go down, so that Splash is going to have to quickly retreat. Oh, unfortunately, does get taken out, so that's a delayed wipe on their side. Yeah. They're going to have to really build up specials and they're paint up their side of the map really, really quickly, but they don't have much time.
Yeah, and as you can see, the second checkpoint has already been taken for Yellow Team. So now that they have this momentum to, for for purple team. So now that they have this momentum to kind of push forward like that, if you do go down against a team that has checkpoints taken out, they can move the tower really quickly, get some objective points, and that's what we're seeing right now until Ren gets taken out. 3v2 situation.
Yeah, but really, PomCan's doing a really good job of keeping up that aggression. You really, really need that on Mako. It is just like, it's a bloodbath.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to do big things with small numbers of players often, and there's no like kind of flow chart that you can use to kind of cover all those situations. You need to be able to like notice what the risk rewards are in the moment.
It looks like Paint is exchanging sides pretty quickly. There's no one super solid control. The dualies do get taken out. As a dualies player myself, I absolutely feel that pain of trying to get those picks, and you just can't do it.
Yeah, that's one of the downsides of rolling out the opponent for the pick. It does have a pretty strong downside if you do miss your shots after those rolls. We have a 2v2 situation, I believe, in mid. We have someone coming in from the spawn. Booyah Bomb going down while a teammate comes here and gets this flank off. And if they can get a triple right here, there's going to be a lot of momentum. They already have the score down to 26, so if PomCan can follow up on this, they could spend enough time with the objective on the opponent's side of the map that there's not going to be that much time to come back.
Yeah, of course. You know, you always hope that you can get that knockout, but with a lead like that, while you can't, remain perfectly safe, this is Mako Marty. It can absolutely change tides very, very quickly. But if they can just keep up and keep attacking, make sure that the tower is on Anarchist's side of the field, then all they really have to do is make sure to play safe, play aggressively, but play safe.
Yeah, and I mean, like, if you play safe and the objective keeps moving forward, if that checkpoint isn't there, it's actually pretty easy to knock out. We're already down to 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. They're just on tower, finally get taken off. There was a cooler involved there, so they're going to be jumping back in. Can we defend against it? This is some Splatoon 1 looking tower control right now. Jump to tower, it works. The objective's pushed down to 11. There's a minute left in the game. Anarchist has a lot on their plate to get through right now. The fact that they don't have that second to last checkpoint completed is a big challenge for them. I want to see how they approach this.
Yeah, unfortunately, they did have to use the crab a bit early in order to move that tower back into mid and get control of tower. And unfortunately, that Splash is going to have to build up their crab really quickly if they want to try to push tower again.
Yeah, there was like a momentum special that didn't get the momentum that puts them back a lot. They need to make up for the value that was lost there. Let's see what happens. We have PomCan pushing the tower again. The defensive crab able to already be rebuilt and be deployed, so it's going to stop the objective push. But this isn't a time that like defending successfully is what you want. You need to be on offense, and look where the tower is.
Yeah, and they're just really PomCan's been doing a really good job of taking fights as a team. They get 2.
Oh man, I must say the first match, very back and forth, very even. Second match, PomCan saying, no, we were supposed to win that match the whole time, guys. Chill, don't doubt us.
Oh, wow. PomCan just did not let up the aggression. They allowed Anarchists to get some points, but they didn't let them get too far in. They knew when to fall back just enough to make sure that they, had player advantage still and build up their specials. And really, there's not much more to say. It's an aggressive map, and they kept up that aggression.
Yeah, there's definitely a contrast between that first map that we saw, very methodical, slow, teamwork. It's not really that easy for an individual to be able to kind of come in and make that much of a difference. But Mako Mart, man, 1 or 2 people being able to like get the right picks at the right time can completely shift the match in their favor. Happened to PomCan a bunch of times. Anarchist not quite able to make it happen. Every single time someone got a pick, it seemed like there was a member of PomCan right there ready to just get the revenge pick and make sure that the momentum didn't fall.
Yeah, absolutely. If one person went down on the side of PomCan, if they were able to get one person on Anarchist, PomCan, another member would be right there ready to take on the next person, because even if you go down in a fight, if you have a teammate with you like right behind you, you're able to make this a 2v1 situation. Even if you go down, if your teammate gets that pick back and you have people in the right position, so you can just really quickly jump back in, especially if you've got people on your team running like quick respawn builds. Like you can be like, okay, yeah, I'll take that trade. That's fine.
Yeah, we saw Kiora and we saw Cooler. I mean, the final pushes that actually won the game didn't seem to have Cooler, because remember we saw. The last match, we saw the Cooler on the back line, but this time it was on the Tri-Slosher. So you're not spamming it as much, but if you're playing well and you're playing aggressive and you're having that, just like you were kind of talking about, like calling out, helping each other out, making those picks, you don't need to kind of rely on the specials. You can kind of get it done from just get it done the old-fashioned way, go mop them up.
Yeah, and they did clean up. Let's see, they're going to move on to Museum D'Alfonsino on Rainmaker. PomCan looking to get their next game win. See if they can wrap this up quickly.
Yeah, speaking of Splatoon 1, right? Love this map. All right, cool. See missiles again. We'll see a more aggressive shifted comp from PomCan right now. And then from Annarkists, yeah, this is the non-backline comp. Actually, so aggressive comps from both sides. Let's see how this works out. Let's see if the kind of backline midline setup that we have going on Orange team ends up being able to not hold up the speed needed to take on 4 like kind of frontline weapons.
Yeah, as somebody who has played on an anchorless team before, it can go really, really well, or it can go really, really poorly if you're fighting another team that has plenty of midline and backline. If you're able to really flank on them and get them, and you see, does get that really, really nice pick on the ball point. There are,
oh my goodness,
so many people died right now. Oh my God.
Yeah. No, but yeah, you are right. This kind of matchup tends to be like if the aggressive team comp is in, they stay in and they get stuff done. But if they get pushed out, it's really hard to get in against those long-range weapons. So momentum is kind of a slippery slope in this kind of matchup. Right now, we don't quite see that yet. We saw a cleanup to stop that push, but not enough to actually push back mid. So we kind of have to see how this neutral situation leads to getting picks right now. 4v2, pushing up the ramp, Mudkip being aggressive, Inkjet going off, only one person left. This is going to be a huge swing in momentum back in PomCan's favor. This is looking really scary. If I was Annarkists right now, I would be making sure that we don't go down in numbers right here, that we bend, don't break to stop this push, and it looks like it's what they're doing.
Oh yeah, that was key. They're going to really have to take control back of their ramp. You can see PomCan starting to back off. They had to use their crab defensively. They've got the cooler deployed. They're ready. They're saying, let's go make our push right now. But they're going to really have to get some more picks. They do get one on the Flingza. Unfortunately, they're going to have to contend with the Booyah Bomb from the machine.
Yeah, that Tri-Strike didn't really get any value, and now the Booyah Bomb is coming. Let's see where it ends up getting placed. We kind of have Annarkists in mid, waiting to see where it goes. It goes over there to our right to deal with the teammates that are there. They don't get picked out, but it looks like this Tri-Slash is going to be able to put pressure on Rainmaker. No, they're not.
Oh.
But this Inkjet is going to get it done. Man, there was so many almost the kind of momentum shifts going on there, but no, we end up kind of taking out Annarkists right now. Everyone alive in mid. Let's see how PomCan pushes now that they have control again.
Yeah, and again, you never know with Rainmaker. Rainmaker, you could have, you get it all the way down to 1, but you can't necessarily feel safe.
Yeah, it's like checkpoint, schmeck point, right?
It's such a quick mode that you really cannot feel safe until you get a knockout.
Yeah, I mean, playing for the knockout is playing the win. It looks like that Rainmaker, though, is going to kind of sit in mid, kind of try to, I'm not exactly sure why the momentum didn't shift there, but they were kind of punished for it by giving the opponent's meter. 47 is not that strong of a lead, so the Annarkists could make this comeback start at any moment. We see one special started, a hammer is ready too. Let's see if this gets a pick. It gets 1, and then he has teammates nearby. This is really huge.
Gets the hammer throw. Oh, does not get a kill, but is able to get some. Where'd he go? Yeah, nobody's picking up Rainmaker yet.
Guys, he's picking up. I thought you were picking up, Jim. Oh, no, you said you were going to do.
You pick up Rainmaker. No, you pick up Rainmaker.
Oh, my God. Evergreen's able to make it all the way to the enemy base, but it looks like, unfortunately, because no one played objective right now, they're going to be able to put a stop to this push, or are they? Yes, they are. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that was unfortunate. If Annarkists had somebody ready to pick up a Rainmaker right then, they could have gotten that checkpoint. Probably just a miscommunication error.
Yep, Suction Bomb going to slow this down a little bit. They're able to get past where the checkpoint is, gave it into the enemy base, 2v2 situation. Play this properly and still have momentum. We have a member in mid. We have a member at PomCan's base, though, so I don't think that they're going to be able to turn this into a further push. I think we have to reestablish from neutral. Yes.
They are. They're going to have to get control.
Nice.
Looks like good jump out. Unfortunately, does die.
I know, that was slick, though. I mean, those jump outs to teammates always just feel like Galaxy Brain to me when they work.
Oh, when they work, they feel so good. We do see the hammer coming out. Can it make some dreams come true? They're pushing.
Yeah, and it looks like there's some kind of fight going over by Rainmaker right now. Being able to get away from that person at spawn, but your teammates are getting picked from left and right. So unfortunately, that aggression wasn't followed up with objective play once more, they have to make sure that those things coincide, because if they keep making these big all-in pushes without the objective moving, they're just going to waste time, and there's only 30 seconds left.
Yeah, and it's really scary when you're the frontliner who's really, really pushing up, and you don't have teammates playing objective behind you, and you're like, okay, well, I'm on the enemy plant, I'm ready, I'm pushing, and you're all alone, and you're like, wait, guys, where are you? Where are you?
Guys, where'd you go?
Oh, but they have 15 seconds left. They're not able to make that jump over to the checkpoint. This might be the end for Anarkists, but they do get the Rainmaker pop. The Inkjet comes up inside of PomCan, does get a hit. They do get their kill. They get two. They get a double. There are 2 people down inside of Anarkists.
No, not happening. So I'm surprised at how low scoring that game was. But hey, that's what we said when the game started. It's either going to be a huge just wave of momentum in team of the quad frontliners, or the more kind of long-range, slower comp is just going to stall it out, and that's what happened.
Yeah, they were able to play very, very defensively. PomCan did get a push when they could. They didn't push it super, super far beyond checkpoint, but they just kept up control of mid that, even though you don't necessarily feel safe with that narrow lead, but if you're able to really keep that paint control and just control where that shorter range team is going, you don't have to get a super gigantic push.
Right. Yeah, I don't think I'm too worried about PomCan moving further on this bracket. I mean, obviously, when you see a team not being aggressive enough and not pushing the objective enough in this game, you kind of get concerned, because it's just the nature of how the objective works in this game. You could sit there and kind of stall it out all game, but if just one good push happens, you lose it all. But looking at the other matches out of PomCan, I don't think that's anything we have to worry about. I kind of feel like they were more just playing the matchup and just kind of reacting to what their opponents gave them. But
yeah, we certainly played them. We saw them play very aggressively.
Yeah, no, it was a good set.
Yeah, very, very fun to watch. So PomCan did a lot of things really, really well. Is there anything that you think Anarkists could have done differently?
I mean, obviously, in this particular game, we saw that there was a lot of situations where people would start pushing, and the objective push would fail, and it seemed like there was a lack of communication to say hey, we need to keep the fight here. And instead of the frontliner's going to push up, get kills, and the objective goes behind us, it's like the frontliners move up, and then kills happen behind that frontliner with the objective. So more kind of coordination, more just making sure that we're all watching each other and are aware of where the opponents are. I think that would help them a lot more. In the other 2 games, I mean, I think they played great in the first game. In the second game, PomCan just kind of outperformed them. I can't really say much more. There wasn't anything wrong happening from Anarkists. It's just PomCan was coming and getting all those picks and just do what we said they had to do on that map, which is be aggressive, just get the kills, just kind of more traditional shooters where it's slay first then objective. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've played on an anchorless comp before, and if you haven't really worked out exactly ahead of time who, which possibly 2 players are going to prioritize picking up Rainmaker, because typically it's often your backline that will move the Rainmaker, or maybe your support player. But if you're all playing super aggressively, then it's oh, guys, who's picking it up?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, even the support players do that sometimes, because especially when in a comp like that, just because you're playing the support role doesn't mean that much, because at any given time you just have to play the frontline role, and then, oops, I forgot objective. But yep, easy to lose track of. We all make those kind of mistakes, but I think we're going to take a quick break as we get this next match set up, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, we'll be back.